like I said, or like I say in the start of all my videos, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe and leave a like or a comment. Previously, we looked at factorizing a linear expression or an expression into a single bracket. Today, we're going to look at factorizing into a double bracket. So this expression here, x squared plus 10x plus 21, can be factorized or can be put into a double bracket like this. So this double bracket, both of the brackets will start with an x. Why? Because x times x would give me that x squared term. Then I will have two numbers. Now, how do I work out these two numbers? Well, the rule is that when you're factorizing a quadratic like this, so factorizing a quadratic, then your two numbers at the end, they will multiply to give you 21. So they are factors of 21. And they would add to give you 10. So the sum would be 10. So what I'm going to do is or one way that I would teach this, or I would show students that if you write plus over the middle number and the times over the number at the end, then go separately here, the times to give me 21 and the add to give me 10. I've got 1 and 21. I've got 3 and 7. And realistically speaking, I've got -1 and -21, -3 and -7 as well. So I could write them, but I'm not going to write them. Why? Because none of them are going to add to give me 10 because they're negatives. This gives me 22. This gives me 10. I circle them. Therefore, my two numbers in my bracket are x plus 3 and x plus 7. There is my question factorized. This would be around about 2 marks in a normally in the top end of foundation, but it could come up in a higher paper as well. This can become a bit more difficult, and we will get through to the more difficult ones hopefully in this lesson or the next lesson. So this one here, now I've got x squared plus 4x minus 12. So at the end of this expression, I've got a negative. I've got a plus here, and like we said that in previous lessons, and I bang on about this, negatives is what messes people up. Negatives and working with negative numbers is like a grade 1-2 topic, but when put into these types of questions, whether it's this, whether it's series, whether it's indices, then that's what it throws people and people get confused. Anyhow, same again, the two numbers, the two factors that go into my brackets, they multiply to give me -12 and they add to give me 4. So I will write down multiply and then I will write a -12 and they plus to give me 4. So now because they multiply to give me -12, then one of them has to be a negative. So it's -1 and 12, 1 and -12, -2 and 6, 2 and -6, -3 and 4, 3 and -4. Straight away, well, that gives me 11, that gives me -11, that gives me 4, that gives me -4, that gives me 1, that gives me -1. I didn't need to do the last three. Why? Because with -2 and 6, I already got what I was looking for, and I could have just circled them or underlined them, and that would have been sufficient. I put these two numbers in there, x minus 2, x plus 6. Nice and simple process. List all your factors. Like I said with this one, you could have listed -1 and -21, -3 and -7. Sometimes to maintain the methodology, it's better to just do that, even though they would not have been the answers. Same here. I'll do a few more examples and then I will see you for my next video. So this one here, x squared plus 23x, take away 50, factorize. Goes into a double bracket, x, times to give me -50 and they add to give me 23. So times to give me -50 and they add to give me 23. Well, I got -1 and 50, 1 and -50, -2 and 25, 2 and -25. I got 5 and 10, so I'll write -5 and 10, 5 and -10. I'm not going to go through all of them, but the answers would be -2 and 25. I'll put that in there, -2 plus 25, job's done. Next one here, factorize x squared minus 8x minus 20. So in this question, the times to give me minus 20 and the add to give me minus 8. So I'm running out of space. Now I'm going to show you how good I am at editing. I'll make this smaller. Look at that, aren't I clever? So the times to give me minus 20 and the add to give me minus 8. So this time is similar again, minus 1 and 20, 1 and minus 20. My writing is so bad. Minus 2 and 10, 2 and minus 10, minus 4 and 5, and then 4 and minus 5. Minus 2 add 10 is 8, 2 minus 10 is minus 8. Therefore, it's this one here, yeah? Obviously, write a bit neater than I do, yeah? X plus 2, X minus 10. What I realize with this is when this is a negative at the end, then, and this is negative as well, then my bigger number, which is the 10, needs to be a negative. Whereas when the middle number is positive and the last number is negative, then my bigger number is a positive. Isn't that interesting? Anyway, let's finish this off with 2 more examples. These are slightly different because your number that they need to multiply to is a positive and your number that they need to add to is a negative. So they times to give me 21 and they add to give me minus 10. What are my factors? So again, like the first example, I think it was, I've got 1 and 21, I've got 3 and 7, then I've got minus 1 and minus 21, minus 3 and minus 7. The reason I got these minuses is minus 3 times minus 7, well, 2 negatives multiplied to give me a positive. So which of these factors add to give me minus 10? It's this last one here, this last pair. So x minus 3, x minus 7. With this type of question, a lot of students go blank because it's not something that they think straight away. They forget that 2 negatives multiply to give me you a positive. Next question, they multiply to give me 12 and they add to give me minus 13. So I've got 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. Then the negatives of these. So minus 1, minus 12, minus 2, minus 6, minus 3, minus 4. And I should have circled that. I'll circle this one here because minus 1 and minus 12. My circling is waste of my writing. X minus 1, X minus 12. That would be my answer, and that would be that question factorized. I don't have any questions on this. That should be enough. If you're looking for a worksheet to practice, then go on to this website, Corbett Maths. You probably heard of it through your schools.com. And if you go into worksheets and press Control F, and in the box, just write down Factorize, and hopefully Factorising quadratics will come up there. Click it, do the worksheet, and the answers are on there as well. I think you even have one of them, or what are them codes that you can scan? I forgot the code, yeah? But you have one of them codes, funny looking one, black lines and stuff, yeah? Scan that through, it gives you the answers, nice and easy. Anyway, until we meet again, have a nice day or time or whatever it is.